So Swamiji, I'm very excited to ask you a lot of questions today.
Lots of questions.
Lots of questions.
You are excited, I'm nervous.
But I'm working as a psychotherapist and I see many clients who go through a lot of emotional concerns around anxiety, depression, loneliness. And recently I was working with a client and she was going through a lot of guilt. And she said to me that she wanted to be there for her parents during their difficult time. But due to her commitment towards work and very passionate about her career, she was not able to give time. And she's feeling very guilty about this incident. And she said to me something like, how does one start on this journey to self-forgive?
It's very hard to self-forgive, we understand that. Especially when time has passed, maybe parents have passed away. But remember their love, remember their concern, remember their feelings for her or for us, our parents, and know that how parents can be so forgiving. Mentally just ask them for forgiveness and at the same time recognize that they have forgiven. Even at some moments when they were in pain, they may have said some harsh words, but know that they love us and ask for forgiveness, and they would want only us to be happy. Remember that and give up the guilt.
Right, and that's beautiful, as you said, remembering them and recognizing that they would forgive and letting go of the guilt.
Same way with Sharanagati of Bhagavan. When we surrender to the Lord, we know that He is or she is great to give us forgiveness. So with that, the parents do understand and they are happy that you made your life. And now if you make your life miserable in guilt, sorrow, depression, in fact we are making them unhappy. So give up that guilt and ask for forgiveness and let it be a learning that next time don't neglect the people whom you love so that you don't have regrets or guilts later.
Now Swamiji, the next question is with reference to certain elderly clients that I see. In my own practice and also according to the research, today elderly individuals are going through a lot of depression and loneliness, especially that's triggered after loss of a loved one. And many a times they discuss with me that how to look forward to the next day, because loneliness is filled with emptiness, right? And when someone so close to you is no more in your lives, as in psychology also we say we become habituated, we have those patterns where we rely on people. And they tell me that how to deal with this void suddenly. So what kind of mindset can help elderly individuals to understand loneliness?
First, prevention is better than cure. And this is for those who are not yet old. That we know that one day old age is going to come. We should be prepared for it. It's very important that as we go through life, the less desires we have, the less dependence we have on people. And we cannot deny the fact that if we have devotion and faith in some higher power, call God, call Ishvara, call it laws of nature, as you may have, one must be prepared for old age. That anything can happen, illness can happen, dear and near ones can die, even people don't have time for you. So before the world, in a way, kicks you, you have gone into your own enjoyment of being alone. Being alone is very different from being lonely. In lonely, there's want of other. In alone, there's a completeness of being with yourself. And therefore, the earlier in life, now we used to also see elderly people like our own grandparents. They found their own solace. My grandmother was widowed and she found her own solace. Not just keeping just mundane company. She would go regularly to the temple, have satsang there. Today, people do have their clubs where they meet. Even there, after some time, Even the old people get bored of the old people. That also happens. But be nice to people and be happy being alone. Find works to read that will inspire you. But if there's wants, desires going out, and that slowly starts getting reduced, so naturally a person starts, because the desire is there. So it's a very difficult situation. Desire is there, but you can't express it. However, loss of a dear and near one whom you have lived with a long time, definitely. But you must know that the person is not dead. Physical presence may not be there, but the person lives in your heart. And try to keep that company. Cherish those wonderful memories rather than regret you don't have it now. Because even in life, things keep on changing. Even couples living together for so many years, their relationship itself changes. How do you accept that? Same way, when a person dies, when we say, it's the body that is left behind, which we burn or cremate or bury, but the person is still there. And we can keep that person's memory alive, to cherish it rather than to regret it. We will not feel lonely, we'll feel more fulfilled. This is sometimes what I share and seeing, elderly people who have managed it. But yes, it does require earlier knowledge, devotion, faith, being prepared for it. At the same time, we must create groups like we have in our Chinmaya mission, Vanaprastha Samstha, where elderly people can meet in a nice atmosphere, where even for health, for loneliness, they can have some kind of being with each other, counseling each other. So there are, and we can create such kind of groups.
And as you very nicely, told us the steps. So I think as a psychologist also, when I'm reflecting, preparation is the key, I think. And once you're prepared, as you said, living in the presence. And that was a beautiful statement, Swamiji, that person is not there with you, but you can live in the presence. So we can definitely try to, take inspiration from people who were there with us. Thank you, Swamiji, for sharing, greater, deeper insights. These are pearls of wisdom that we will reflect upon. We are ever grateful to Chinmaya Mission and to you for your valuable time. Hari Om.